other time, I would be riddled with guilt, worried that my husband would catch me, but nothing matters anymore. I'm having an affair with a man I've never met. Charles is his name, I think. He has a low, reassuring voice like a lighthouse in a storm. I remember the first conversation we ever had. He did most of the talking. He doesn't keep things bottled in, and I appreciate that quality in a man. He says, thank you, and I'm sorry, and I believe him. He has a tendency to say the same thing over and over, but the consistency is reassuring. Our relationship began on March 20th, 2020. I'll never forget his first words to me. Thank you for calling the New York State Unemployment Insurance Claim Center. For English, press 1, and I do. I press 1. I know I need to learn another language, and now that I'm not working, I plan on carving out time for it, but for now, he tells me it's okay. He instructs me to do things. It makes me feel safe. I press 2 when he tells me to, and then 9, and then 2 again. My fingers feel nimble on the buttons, and I wonder if he could tell that I lingered a little bit on that last one. After my most recent show closed on March 1st, I told myself I should take a short break before the busy year ahead. Work was lined up, and for the first time in my life, I was going to be able to make my entire living from acting. And now, enter COVID-19, stage left. And every show, every project, every prospect was canceled. This little intermission is now a final curtain call, and I have never felt more desperate. Charles asks me for my social security number. Now, this is the first moment that I take pause. But my defenses are down, and I am completely vulnerable. Against my better judgment, I tell him the 9 digits that verify me as a human person, and I wait. Now he wants a pin. A pin. Oh, we're getting pinned. 1950s of you, Charles. Charles tells me to stay on the line so he can transfer me to someone who will help me complete my application. What? I just gave him my pin. Doesn't that mean anything? It just feels so cold. After 3 seconds, I hear a sharp intake of breath and a familiar voice. Charles is back. I'm sorry, but we're experiencing a very high call volume at this time. Please call back later. Click. And he's gone. I was just an adjunct instructor at NYU, and today I have 22 cents in my checking account. I just finished off a stellar 5-week run of a one-woman show, and today I have 24 cents in my savings account. I just performed that solo show at the largest solo theater festival in the world and won an award, and now I have 46 cents to my name. But I just did that fast. Maybe I could be an accountant. I don't think my parents would complain. I would be a horrible accountant. Acting is what I've done my entire life. It's what I'm good at. But the idea of being non-essential doesn't feel good. How do I become essential? How do I help? I call Charles back. This time, it's the blaring tone of the busy signal, and I had always heard it as just a tone, but now it's as if they're yelling, Charles! 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 And it goes on like this for a week. Occasionally, I talk to his friend, Beverly. Of course, her name is Beverly. And I listen to Beverly's metered, dulcet voice, and I wonder, does she and Charles ever have a thing? I mean, there is a noticeable tension between us, and I try to keep it light and professional, but I swear I can hear her say, your call cannot be completed as dialed, and I snap, and I scream into the receiver, fuck you, Beverly! week, I called Charles 400 times. Sometimes he was busy. Other times he tells Beverly to talk to me, the bitch. I take a break from calling Charles, and I don't want to seem needy, and I can take a hint, but it is April now, and I've only made $300 in the last 2 months combined. So I call another number with an equally urgent matter. Thank you for calling the Mega Millions winning numbers line. It's him. My Charles, what is he doing there? I didn't even pay attention to the numbers he said, even though I am more likely to win the lottery than to get through to unemployment. I hang up quickly. I don't want to embarrass him by bringing up the past. April 4th was the most intense day of our entire relationship. I wake up relaxed. I light my meditation candle, and I pick up the phone. I am calm, cool, and collected from my first 400 calls. But then 500, 600, 700. That's when things started to shift. The tears came at 700. And where is he? Doesn't he know how badly I need him? 800, 900. My hands hurt. 999, 1,000. I speak with this new guy that sounds like Casey Kasem, and then Beverly the fucking bitch, and then I get the busy signal. Charles is clearly trying to tell me that we need a break from each other. I know I have to accept it, but how? I pick up a copy of Codependent No More by Melody Beattie. I didn't cause it. I can't cure it. I can't control it. It makes so much more sense to me now. I'm gonna break it off completely, but he has something that I need badly. In total, I call Charles 2,017 times over the course of 20 days. 2017. That was the year that I married my husband. Oh, yeah, Adam. Yeah. I have an actual husband. He's a super talented, unessential tattoo artist who I love. We've been married for 3 years, but it feels like 4. It's fine. We have a good time. But I long for something that Charles has that Adam cannot give me now. I dial for the 2018th time, and I get through. Charles, my love, talks to me. He's telling me all the things that I want to hear. And we almost make it to the end, to the climax of a speech, when my husband bursts through the door with, "Hey, how's it going?" And I slam down the receiver. "Oh, nothing!" But what if that was the call? The time I got through, my heart drops. About 20 minutes later, the phone rang. It's Charles. He's calling me. "Hello, I see from your records that you've been calling us to try to complete your claim. We are fixing the problem. There is no additional information we need. We will finish your application." Click. The end. The silence was deafening.